Ngā mihi nui kia koutou, ko ai au, ko Haehaetu Barrett tōku ingoa, te arawa te waka, whakau e te iwi, no te kautu ahau, no rotorua ahau. Tuatahi tēnei te mihi nui kia mana whenua, Ngāti Whātua, kia ora kei, and of course tēnei te mihi nui kia koutou a whānau a AUT for hosting and being our partner for tonight's event. Big Sleepout. The last month as the Chief Executive of Lifewise, the big mahi has been about how we as Lifewise are going to bring back one of the, I guess, most unusual flagship events, not only for Tāmaki Makaurau, but now for Aotearoa wide, around raising awareness and tackling this issue of ending homelessness. And with that, our heads came together as Lifewise, Airedale and Methodist Mission Northern around how we were seeing visibly, once again, our whānau, our street whānau, our rough sleepers, our streeties, from what we would say 10 years ago, raising awareness in this space, to now the heightening demand that we have to do something, because we're not working with individuals anymore, we're working across the age continuum. And this issue is being now experienced, as we've all seen, through media, from babies right through to kuia and kaumātua, people past 65 years are now experiencing what you are all going to experience and have insight tonight as sleeping rough. And it's not good enough. It's not just a night to have an insight. It's a night of opportunity to have sustainable solutions around tackling this issue. So with the build-up of Sleep Out and really encouraging participation, I would like to acknowledge all of you, our registered participants, who are coming forward with courage to undertake an evening of something quite outside of the box, but also really wanting to participate and contributing not only your time, but your experience tonight to understanding this very complex issue. I would also like to really acknowledge our whānau from the streets who have helped us design this evening, who are actually here this evening to be able to guide us in understanding and sharing experience from the streets of what the issue really is, because we can't have solutions for them without them. And I really want to acknowledge that on this whenua right now, that people are watching, not only nationally, but internationally, of what they are doing in New Zealand to address this issue. Because actually we are actually seen in an Indigenous perspective as leaders in this space. But sadly, something has happened for our people to once again be out there on the streets. A lot of the kōrero over the last 4 weeks has been around the issues of not only homelessness, but what's going on in our communities. People cannot survive with the living costs. There is poverty. There is whānau that aren't able to actually, and this is the working poor, pay the rent and the living costs that are asked of them. People have asked us, do they choose to sleep homeless? Some do not have a choice at all. And some who do happen to be out there on the streets are seeking support, but with a whole level of complexity that we, as services, that what we do must be able to address. So it's also about resourcing a fit-for-purpose workforce, because this is hard mahi. This is very hard mahi. And with that again, I'd like to acknowledge all our workforce under the 3 trusts that are out there day in, day out, doing a lot of mahi that not many others would. And especially in this space, our Merge Cafe whānau who are up there holding the flag and keeping that gateway open. Jolie and her team who are there day in, day out, to be able to have somewhere safe for whānau to go. But there are many services throughout Lifewise that are working with vulnerable communities, and we have seen this year, it has become very visible that rough sleeping isn't just central Tāmaki anymore. We have had call out for support from the shore. We have had call out for support from South Auckland. Over the years as we've done Sleep Out, we haven't had that before. So this evening, again, thank you all for your participation and being here. Thank you for all the sponsorship that we've received. I haven't got my glasses. I'm legally blind, by the way, but I'm sure I'm reading, is it 141? 279? Yesterday when I did the interviews, it was 111. It was only 111. So this tells us that people are contributing, sponsoring, contacting us, how they can make a difference. And that's what Community Solutions is all about. It's not just the NGO world, it's everyone coming together to tackle this thing that we're seeing, because this shouldn't be happening in Aotearoa. This should not be happening with New Zealand whānau. This should not be happening at all. So this is that night where we experience it. And yes, this will be my last Big Sleep Out, and my time with Lifewise has been probably one of the most, not challenging, I could say challenging, but the most rewarding in terms of seeing people's lives being turned around, which is our ethos. But the challenging moments is when the government change happens and we all of a sudden have to change service provision to meet contractual obligation. But this kaupapa helps us resource places like Merge, so it's consistent, it's sustainable, and it's a community solution. So I'd like to thank you again, and I'm really proud to wear my Lifewise Te Arawa t-shirt as I speak, because I say that because Te Arawa has had Sleep Out 3 times as well, because it's another community that is tackling, and we've been contacted from other communities that they want to also have a flagship event. So we are kind of setting the scene that anything can happen if we all come together, same heart, same purpose, same goal. Ngā mihi nui ki a koutou.